Are you ready to add even more depth and flexibility to your fleet? Cool, because we're going to talk about best practices when pledging for ships, especially when you can't decide which one to get. Tune in and hold position. Each year, CIG celebrates their birthday with an event. Star Citizen's 7th anniversary event begins on November 23rd, just like last year. CitizenCon 2949 will start around 1 p.m. UK time. And this year, they're combining it with the anniversary event, all live streamed on Twitch. The in-game event planned for patch 3.7.2 is based in Area 18, the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, where each day of the expo will be dedicated to one ship manufacturer or a group of small indie manufacturers. And based on past anniversaries, we can expect to see nearly every single ship for sale, both flyable and concepts from that manufacturer, like on their special day. Even the ones that are not typically offered in the pledge store throughout the year. With history as our guide, during that manufacturer's day, we can expect to fly all of their ships for free, and they'll be available for purchase with extended anniversary edition insurance. So we need to have a plan. We can even expect to see some capital ships for sale, although in limited quantities, also on their day. Capital ships, they tend to have limited inventory to simulate artificial scarcity in the verse, because not everyone is supposed to be rich and powerful, right? Back in 2018, the event ran for a long time. It was 8 days of manufacturers plus 4 bonus days. It was like 12 days of Christmas. In 2019, we're expecting at least 9 days of events, according to the rumors. Yet, like last year, we may see some bonus days at the end, where all of the manufacturers have ships for sale, minus, of course, limited quantities that are sold out. Some ships, like a new concept ship or a straight-to-flyable ship, are often for sale across the entire event. Last year, it was the Arrow. And we can expect a free flight event spanning the anniversary days. So send your referral code to your buddies so they can save their handle now, and then they get a chance to try out the project for free. And hey, maybe they'll pledge for one of the ships that they try out. And eventually, you may even unlock some free ships from referring people. Hey, you guys gave me a free LTI Gladius, by the way. I am eternally grateful for that. And if you still need some buddies to get started, use my referral code, it's down in the description below, to start with 5,000 starting credits. It gives you money for weapons, armor, or to fund your first cargo run for profit. Then you can add my org's Discord, which it's an icon on my YouTube channel page. It's at the bottom right of the background banner. So with any starter package or ships in your hangar, you can try out these tips and tricks coming up next. Now here's what's cool. You can test drive ships for free during the event and get an idea for what you want to pledge. If you can't decide which ship to buy them both, or all of them. Remember, you can pledge for a ship and then melt it as quickly as 24 hours later. Then use that store credit to pledge for another ship, say from the next day's manufacturer, during the anniversary sale. Then, 24 hours later, you can melt that and pick up a ship from the day's festivities, even if you can't play that day. Just log into your hangar real quick, then melt and pledge. Rinse and repeat each day. Since we can expect a free flight event, you may be even able to melt your starter package. Yeah, and then buy it back at the end of the event, just so that you have a bigger ball of store credit to roll over each day, scooping up the biggest ships that you can each day. Because who knows? I mean, one day you may have enough invested into this project that you could buy back that dream ship and still have enough store credit left over for a starter pack. You'll be filling your buyback list with plenty of viable choices to fly in the future, and you can buy back one pledge each quarter, or basically every major patch. So you could buy back something for 3.8, then swap it for a ship in 3.9, and then swap ships again in 4.0, etc. And as your total pledge increases over the years of tantalizing concept ships, you'll be able to have even more of these ships in your hangar at the same time. So go get your dream ships in your buyback list, because you might be able to buy them back one day, even if you can't afford that ship today plus a starter package. Pro tip. From experience, Set a timer for when the 24 hours is up. Picture this. On the first day of the anniversary sale, you melt your entire fleet for credit and you buy up a bunch of Anvil ships, let's say at 9 a.m. Then the next day, you melt those ships at 11 a.m. Little further than 24 hours later, right? Because life. And it's sometimes difficult to get back to the site exactly 24 hours later. So you use your ball of store credit at 11 a.m. and you buy up some more ships. Near the end of your lunch break the next day, let's say 1 p.m., you melt that fleet and buy up whatever ships you can from that day's manufacturer. Now you're already 4 hours later than when you started this melt buy cycle 2 days ago. See where the time can go? Life. By the end of the 9 days, you may actually miss an entire manufacturer's day and not be able to purchase any of their ships on that day. No. They tend to reset everything in the morning, at least here in the US, if history serves us. So be careful not to wait too many hours after the 24 hours is up, because you might miss out on that dream ship with anniversary edition insurance. So remember, start early on day 1 and set a timer and do your best to melt as close to 24 hours later as you can so that it doesn't turn out to be 4 or 5 a.m. when you can melt. Unless you are buying an LTI concept ship at war bond price, like real money, or are buying a big ship package where they all come with LTI, the anniversary edition insurance is the best insurance money and store credit can buy. War bond ships tend to give the best insurance packages, often LTI. Yet, if you pledge for the same ship with store credit, they tend to come with more limited insurance, maybe 6 or 12 months, whereas lifetime insurance lasts for as long as you have an account. Anniversary insurance does have limits, albeit extended limits. In 2017, the 5-year anniversary ships had 60-month insurance. In 2018, the 6th-year anniversary ships had 72-month insurance. To me, 6 years from live release, that's like just about as long as I tend to play really great games, about 6 years. And maybe I'll play Star Citizen longer, but I'll bet 6 years after live release, I'm thinking with my in-game credits, I'll be in a good enough place by then to where I'll be able to afford whatever insurance premium is incurred on that in-game old ship. Crossing my fingers, we should see 84-month anniversary insurance this time around. Remember to spend wisely. When you pick up that dream ship and you have just a bit of store credit left over, go buy the cheapest ship that you can with whatever you have left over. Because later, you could use it as an insurance token, as they call it. Like inexpensive ships that you could upgrade to something bigger, doing a cross-chassis upgrade, like later on down the road. Yet you would still retain that sweet, sweet anniversary sale insurance. Also, remember that not all ground vehicles can be upgraded to spaceships. So if you're looking for an inexpensive token to upgrade later, go for a ship, not a ground vehicle. And for tips and tricks on upgrading old ships into something bigger and cooler, you can check out my video on it if you haven't already. I'll put a link up at the top of the screen for you. I am curious which ships you have your eyes on. I know a lot of people are wanting to pick up the anniversary edition Caterpillar over on Drake's Day, or Shop Like a Pirate Day, as I call it, or the C2 Hercules. I know a lot of people that want that. The Endeavor? Which one is it? Let's discuss which ships would be best for live release. Like day 1. Let's talk about it down in the comments below. Hey, did I get you thinking? Yeah? Hopefully, you're coming up with some new ways to maximize your fleet now. And if so, please return the favor with an upvote and swing by next video. Until then, look for me mingling at the expo.